Welcome to my channel, coin lovers and history buffs. Today, we're diving into the story of a seemingly ordinary coin, one you may have glanced at in your change or seen roll across a counter without a second thought. But this isn't just any quarter. It's the 2021 Washington crossing the Delaware quarter, featuring the Roosevelt Mint Mark P. At first glance, you might think, what's so special about a quarter from just a few years ago? But by the end of this video, you'll see how this little piece of metal is packing a whole lot of value, both in history and in dollars. So buckle up, because we're about to travel through time, art, and economics to uncover the full story behind this fascinating modern rarity. Fast forward nearly 2.5 centuries, and that courageous knight is honored in a $quarter coin that would enter circulation in 2021. But this isn't just another commemorative issue. It's a coin that marks the end of an era, the start of a new one, and an overlooked treasure that some collectors now prize far above face value. To understand why this quarter matters so much, we need to rewind a bit, to the beginning of the 50-state quarters program, launched by the United States Mint in 1999. Over 10 years, quarters featured all 50 states with unique reverse designs. The program was wildly successful, introducing a whole new generation to coin collecting. It was followed by the America the Beautiful series from 2010 to 2021, highlighting national parks and sites across the U.S. But in early 2021, a transition had to occur. With the America the Beautiful series wrapping up, the U.S. Mint needed a new design, and they chose to go back to the roots of American iconography. In our case, it's a P. This signifies the coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. For many, this might not seem like a big deal. After all, Philadelphia is one of the most common mints. But as you'll see, the peak version of this coin has become surprisingly desirable to collectors. But before we get to why, let's take a closer look at the mintage numbers. In 2021, the Washington crossing the Delaware quarter was minted at 3 facilities: Philadelphia, marked P, Denver, marked D, and San Francisco, marked S. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 250 million of these quarters. Yes, you heard that right. That's a huge number. So, again, the question is, why is this coin so valuable? The answer lies in condition, timing, rarity within quality, and collector demand. While 250 million coins may have been minted, very few remain in pristine condition. Most circulated quickly, clinking around in pockets, registers, and vending machines. And among those, only a small percentage survived without scratches, discoloration, or wear. That's where grading comes into play. Still, it's not just confusion or design appeal pushing this coin's value up. It's the hard market data. In recent months, this coin in certified MS68 condition has sold for upwards of $150, with some going even higher at auction. One particularly flawless example went for a staggering $169. That's right, $169 for a quarter you might still find in pocket change. If you're lucky, think about that for a second. 25 cents turning into over 600 times its face value. And it's not gold. It's not silver. It's not ancient. It's a modern coin from 2021, still recent enough that you might have spent it without noticing. Yet its condition, timing, and design make it an emerging star in the collecting world. Even among seasoned collectors, there's a buzz around this coin. Some are rushing to get high-grade versions slabbed and certified before the supply dries up. Others are digging through rolls of quarters from banks, hunting for that elusive perfect piece. It's a treasure hunt, and one that's happening in real time. Of course, not every 2021 quarter is worth a fortune. Most circulated pieces are still worth 25 cents, maybe slightly more if they're in good condition. But those top-tier examples? They're proving that modern coins still have the power to surprise us. So, if you're a casual collector, now might be the perfect time to check your change. Look carefully at the reverse. Does it feature George Washington boldly crossing the Delaware? Flip it over. Do you see that little P under, "In God We Trust"? If so, set it aside. Examine the condition. Is it nearly flawless? Free from nicks, scratches, and dullness? If it looks pristine, consider sending it off for grading. You never know, you could be holding the next $169 coin in your hand, and for those wondering about the future of this coin's value, the outlook is promising. As the years go by and more of these coins wear down or disappear into collections, the surviving high-grade specimens will only become more valuable. Especially with it being a one-year-only issue. It's like a bridge between the past and the future, between old legends and new narratives. And it sits quietly in your pocket, waiting to be discovered. As we wrap up this journey through one of the most fascinating modern quarters, let's take a moment to appreciate what coins like this represent. They're not just currency. They're tiny monuments to history, bravery, and change. They remind us that stories live not only in books and movies but also in metal, shaped, struck, and sent into the world to be touched, carried, and remembered. So next time you get change from the grocery store, take a closer look. That quarter you just tossed on the counter might be more than just a coin. Let's take a journey. A journey that starts with a tiny coin, just 24.26 millimeters in diameter, weighing barely 5.67 grams, and yet carrying with it a story that spans centuries, oceans, cultures, and people. It's not just any coin. It's a 2017 $2 minted in the United States, part of the America the Beautiful series, but not just any release. This one bears the image of Ellis Island and carries a small D mint mark, standing quietly yet proudly for the Denver Mint. At first glance, it may seem ordinary. A coin most people might not look at twice. Something that could sit in your pocket with pennies and nickels, passed over for a morning coffee, dropped into a tip jar, or forgotten in a drawer. But for collectors, historians, and those with a keen eye, this particular quarter has something special. It's not just metal. It's memory. It's a tribute. And, remarkably, it's worth far more than its face value, $129 to be exact, if you're lucky enough to have the right one. But let's not jump ahead too fast. To truly appreciate the significance of the 2017 Ellis Island quarter, we need to understand the series it belongs to, the America the Beautiful Quarters program. This was a program launched by the United States Mint in 2010, running through 2021. Its mission? To honor national parks and other national sites across the 50 states, the District of Columbia, and U.S. territories. In 2017, the program released 5 designs: effigy mounds in Iowa, Frederick Douglass National Historic Site in D.C., Ozark National Scenic Riverways in Missouri, George Rogers Clark in Indiana, and our main focus, Ellis Island in New Jersey, now, Ellis Island. Just the name alone evokes powerful emotions. For millions of Americans, it was the gateway. Between 1892 and 1954, over 12 million immigrants passed through Ellis Island seeking a new life in the United States. You can almost feel the tension of the moment. The uncertainty. The excitement. The silent question, what happens next? Now, let's turn the coin over. The 2017 Ellis Island quarter was indeed minted in 3 locations, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. They've been through vending machines, wallets, dropped on pavement, rubbed against other coins. But a coin that was never circulated, or somehow survived without a single scratch, those are graded by professional services and classified under the Sheldon scale, with Mint State 70, MS 70, being the absolute best. The 2017 D. Ellis Island quarter, when found in MS 67 or higher, becomes significantly more valuable. Why? Because such coins are rare. Out of the tens of millions produced, only a small number survive in that condition, but there's more. Some coins from that run have exhibited striking errors. Misaligned dies, double dies, or off-center strikes, imperfections that make them unique and, ironically, more valuable. A collector's dream is to find something the average person overlooks. An error coin is a glitch in the matrix, a blip in an otherwise perfect system. When one of these error Ellis Island quarters turns up, especially one from the Denver Mint in high grade, collectors take notice, and that brings us to the story of this particular coin, the 2017 D. Ellis Island quarter that fetched $129. What made this one worth so much? It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a fluke. It was simply a coin in stunning condition, preserved with care, graded by a professional third-party service, and certified as a high-grade example. It had full luster. It's about rarity, condition, provenance, and desirability. This $129 quarter didn't just carry monetary value. It carried a story. A piece of American history. A portrait of resilience, hope, and the immigrant journey, and here's the real twist. Some of these coins are still out there. Yes, you heard that right. That 2017 Ellis Island Denver Mint quarter could be sitting in your change jar right now. It might be in your car's cup holder. You could have unknowingly tipped a waiter with it or handed it to your child to buy gum. That's what makes this world so exciting. Treasure can be hiding in plain sight. So, if you're wondering whether it's worth going through your old coins, yes, it absolutely is. Take a look. Examine the mint marks. Check the dates. Compare the details. You never know what you might find. In fact, collectors and coin enthusiasts often spend hours searching through rolls of quarters from the bank, hoping to find a gem, a high-grade piece, an error, or something overlooked by the masses. It's not just a hobby, it's a modern-day treasure hunt. And once in a while, you strike gold. Or in this case, silver and copper with a face value of 25 cents, and a collector value of over $100. To those who see only coins, this may seem trivial. But to those who know, each coin is a story. Don't underestimate its value. Look closer. Examine. Investigate. Because one day, that quarter could be more than just a coin. It could be a story, a moment, a treasure. Just like the 2017 D. Ellis Island quarter that turned 25 cents into $129, not just in money, but in meaning, and that, dear viewer, is the real value of collecting. If you enjoyed this deep dive into numismatic history, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more coin stories, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Because next time, we might just uncover another hidden gem. Thanks for watching.